Hello, this is Matt with the Back to Golf Method, the founder and creator of it. I wanted to do this quick webinar or little PowerPoint for you all because I get a lot of asked about like the cost of the program and the value of the. I talk about value of the program, so I wanted to go through some back pain stats and then also give you a little rundown of what I do in the program. So as many of you know, there's a big financial cost to back pain. So back pain statistics show that it's one of the most expensive conditions to treat, and it accounts for over $100 billion in care each year. 50 to 80% of adults will experience at least one episode of back pain during their lifetime, and 69% experience recurrent back pain within 12 months after recovery. In 2018, 75.8 million people, American adults, were affected by back pain. So the stats are total direct per person healthcare costs for persons with a spine condition were $9,035 in 2014, an increase of 80% from the $5,023 since 1996. If this becomes chronic, you are spending up to $9,000 per year compared to someone without pain. And then there's also the emotional cost of back pain. It's important to remember that though staggering, the financial cost of chronic pain is just one factor that affects a much greater concern: a person's emotional health. Chronic pain can already limit a person's life, feeling negative feelings and ideation, the sense of desperation that chronic pain can lead to, especially when needed care is either unaffordable or unavailable due to location, doctor bias, or another issue, all combine to lead to truly heartbreaking statistics. People with chronic pain are 4 times more likely to have depression or anxiety than those who are pain-free. The U.S. Pain Survey found that 74% of respondents indicated they had been living with their pain for at least 10 years, with 34% living with it for more than 20 years. The toll this takes is significant. People also need a support system when they're in chronic pain where they can share their experience and rely on others. They need to have their needs recognized and met by the medical system, which isn't common in my experience. They need to be respected and listened to. So if we take those stats and we look at it, let's say the high end costs $9,000 per year, and the high end of 10 to 20 years in those studies, that could cost someone between $90,000 and $180,000 total over that time span. Now let's say we take that 1996 number, 5,000, and let's say you've just experienced pain for the last few years. Over the next 2 to 10 years, that could cost you $10,000 to $50,000 compared to if you didn't have pain. So this is where I start asking people, is it about the cost, or is it about the rest of your life and the value and the transformation that's possible? So if we can get you out of pain in the next 4 to 12 weeks, which is common in my system, which is common transformations with the Back to Golf program, you could easily save thousands of dollars in medical expenses and improve your mental health and well-being. So the Back to Golf method doesn't just focus on the symptoms, which is what the medical system typically does. They're reactionary. They're giving you medicine. They're treating a symptom. The Back to Golf method helps transform your body to fight the causes of lower back pain. So let's talk about some of these transformations. So Ian, who's a 73-year-old in the United Kingdom, he was out of pain and back to golf in 2 weeks after starting the program. So here's his testimony. Matt is thoroughly professional with a comprehensive knowledge of the biomechanics of the body in relation to the golf swing. I had been struggling with lower back pain, which had prevented me from playing golf for several months. Matt has an easy and friendly manner, which soon put me at ease and was able to quickly identify what was causing the problem. Matt had designed a program of exercises for me, which have brought significant improvement within a couple of weeks. I am already back on the golf course, and I am confident that Matt will continue to guide me to a pain-free golf swing. Matt has a unique approach to his clients, and providing you put in the work, you will gain great benefit from his help. That last statement is perfect. If you're willing to listen and hear something that's not the common way to treat, you will like, and you put in the work, you will get a benefit from it. So this is Russ, 66 years old. My hated conversation that I hear. This is just one of my biggest pet peeves. He was told he needed to deal with his pain because he is getting old. I say boo to that. You know, I've known 15-year-olds with chronic back pain. I've known 80-year-olds without back pain. So age is not the only predictor of back pain. It is a predictor, but not every person has to have pain that's 66 years old. So what I did was I helped him with his pain by focusing on the problem. And I call that the disease, not the symptom. And we found a solution. So I'll go into that a little bit more when I talk about my program. But Russ, I'll just read this again. It has been my distinct pleasure to work with Dr. Matt Stindard on not only my body but my golf swing as well for some time now. Being a life PGA member and having the privilege of teaching and working with 2 World Golf Hall of Fame members over my career, I've quote unquote seen it all, or at least I thought I had. Matt is as perceptive as anyone I have met in this game with over 40 years as a professional. He understands virtually all aspects of the body and training, and he has helped me immensely fight off father time and continue to play at a high level. He is my highest recommendation for anyone with an injury and wants to recover properly, or anyone looking to gain strength and speed in an incredibly kind and impressive fashion from Matt. Thank you for all you've done for my back and my body, Matt. Carry on. So those are older individuals, but here's a 34-year-old that went to his doctor, back pain, been going on for quite a while. Goes in, they take an MRI, an X-ray, and this is what he tells me. He says, "Gosh, they told me I have a lot of arthritis." So they decided to give him an injection. So then I pull up his X-ray. He shares his X-ray and MRI reports with me, and all it said was mild this and mild that. So he didn't have very much arthritis, if at all. It was actually a pretty normal 34-year-old X-ray and MRI. So, you know, my biggest pet peeve is some doctor gave him an injection that cost him hundreds of dollars when he probably didn't need it. Because 2 weeks into the Back to Golf method, he woke up without pain. He had a little setback, which you'll hear here. When I started this program, I was immediately seeing pain relief day by day. I had a slight setback, tweaked my back on an inversion table a week and a half ago, so I was back to about 80% of the original pain. I woke up this morning to go to my first weight training session and had no pain at all sitting up out of bed. That's the first time I have had zero pain getting out of bed in a long, long time. I'm not 100% pain-free yet, but it's a win. So as Weston's going through the program, you can see early on, we can identify the problem, we start fixing it, he feels better. So this is the 3-step system helping golfers with back pain get out of pain and back on the course. It's called the Back to Golf method. So I have a 3-step system. The first step is stack the core. This is when we get everything in the proper alignment so there's no pressure on the lower back when we rotate. Then we build support, which Weston kind of alluded to, the strength training portion. And then I'm also a golf instructor, so the last piece is swing freely. So in this program, we're taking you from painful, maybe not happy, probably not happy, to identifying problems early, solving those problems, and getting you back to the golf. Now, what kind of value would that be? If 3 months from now you would say, I don't hurt, I can play as much golf as I like, what is that worth to you? If you go back to the statistics, that could be worth 5, 10, 20, 90, $100,000 over the next 10 years. So again, I ask those that ask me what the cost is, what is the value? What money is cheap, time is expensive. You can't buy time. Okay, so I'm only saying that because I really want to help everyone. And the last piece I want to say is if you want to know why I'm different than the other medical providers, this is my best analogy. So let's say you have a fever that starts, and you know an easy way to take the fever down is to take some Tylenol. So you take Tylenol the first day, it helps your fever, but the fever comes right back. Second day, you take more Tylenol, again, same thing. Third day, fourth day, fifth day. Now you're on day 7 and you're like, gosh, I better go to the doctor. This fever's not going away. So you go to the doctor, they diagnose you with a bacterial infection. Now you take a different kind of medicine. That's a different treatment. You take an antibiotic. Now the fever goes away. So in standard medicine for low back pain, they treat the fever in that example. They're doing their best to help you get out of pain, but they're typically treating your low back symptom, which is usually not the problem or the cause of the pain. Usually back pain is caused by overwork in the low back and underwork somewhere else. So my job is to identify the disease or the cause of your pain, not just manage your pain. Pain management costs thousands of dollars a year. We need to get you into a pain solution program, not a pain management program. And that's what I'm here for. So thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. Reach out to me, backtogolfmethod.com. Thanks.